Hi everybody and welcome back to the channel. It's June and you know what that means, right? Happy Pride Month! Yay! So originally I didn't plan on making a video about Pride Fakemon because I've done one last year and I, to be honest, just didn't have any ideas for this year. However, a friend of mine asked me if I'm gonna do a video and we brainstormed a bit until I got an idea. I'm gonna show you 3 Fakemon lines that are more or less Pride themed. You will see. So in our brainstorm session, which was at 9 in the morning in our uni library, by the way, we talked about animals that could be turned into different pride flags. And I didn't just want to slap the colors on a random animal, I wanted it to make sense. So my first idea was the frilled lizard, but then I remembered one of the cutest lizards I've ever seen, the fat-tailed gecko. They have a really adorable face and a, as the name suggests, fat tail. I thought the tail was fitting to be the element where I can incorporate the flags. And the sketching phase, I also tried to incorporate the frilled lizard and elements of a chameleon, cause those can change colors, which would have been fitting, but it looked weird and a bit over-designed, and I knew I had to keep the design simple since the color scheme would be a ton of colors and it would definitely incorporate more colors than official Pokemon designs. I of course couldn't use all flags or all color schemes, but I tried to use as many as possible. I actually drew so much that I strained my pinky finger and I had to stop drawing for a week. And it's actually still hurting, so yeah, nice. But that doesn't matter. Anyways, depending on the flag, I had to make slight adjustments to the outlines. A few have 4 stripes on the tail, some have 3 stripes, and one has an extra symbol, and for one I changed the spikes on its back and the eyelash thingies that are not actually eyelashes, but I don't know how to call it. If I missed any flag that you want to see, or if I missed the one representing you, please let me know in the comments and I will add it. It was actually pretty refreshing drawing these Fakemon because I didn't have to come up with a color scheme since the flags already took that part away. And they are all really pretty in my opinion, like the line turned out really nice. As a base color I used a light grey because I felt that was the most neutral tone I could use, everything else would have been a bit too overpowering. So now to a bit lore. In the Jermanzburg region, these Fakemon were the inspiration for different pride flags. Since there are so many of them living peacefully together and live in a symbiosis with the different Fakemon I will show you later, they were perfect as a base. Basically, there was an initiative where the LGBTQIA+ community could vote which of the color schemes of the lizards should represent each part of the community, so each of these little lizards became the mascot of a certain group. Please do not wrap your head around the whole thing. I'm pretty sure this would be a lot harder in reality and with a real society and involve actual planning, but I couldn't do that. It is common for members of the community to have these creatures on their team. And here it is, Lizide, a pure normal type. The name is a fusion of lizard and pride. Also is a normal type, but since I wanted to fit in every team, including gym leaders and other themed gyms, it has the ability where you can teach it a move of one type and it will switch to that typing. So yeah, you can have Lizide in all 16 typings, are there 16, 18? Yeah, whatever, in all typings. Now to the different variants. We have the ace flag, a romantic flag, the combined arrow ace flag, phrasexual flag, the trans flag, the non-binary flag, the gender fluid flag, demigirl and demiboy flag, agender flag, genderqueer flag, and the intersexual flag, as well as the lesbian and gay flag, the bi flag and pan flag. And last but not least, a form based on the drag flag, and one inspired by the new Progress rainbow flag. That was a lot to say. So, I hope you like them. And next up, the fake one that I already mentioned. So we decided not to make an ally version for Lizide, but I still wanted to make a fake one for allies of the community, since they are important. I randomly remembered the plover bird, as that's what it's called, I think it is, who lives in a symbiosis with crocodiles, and I mean, lizards are basically small crocodiles, probably not, but the shape are very similar, so I wanted a fake one based on the plover bird. My problem was that Rootgreen 7 already created a really cool fake one based on the bird, and I felt using the same body shape or something similar, like the markings on the face, would look just like Poilover and Invilover. So I just used a generic, slightly parrot looking shape. It does look kinda similar to a fake one that I've already created a while ago, but oh well. I do want to give Lizide and this fake one evolutions, however, I didn't make them in time because this was really spontaneous, but I'm going to create them at one point. So the evolution will look completely different from the other fake one. I will try to make them as soon as possible, but I have like, I don't know, 5 other videos which I'm working on right now, so yeah. I already have a sketch for Lizide's evolution, but not this one. If you have ideas, you can let me know in the comments as usual. And here it is, Allymbio, a fusion of ally and symbiosis. It is also a pure normal type. They are often seen hanging around Lizide and can be found in the whole region. Up to the last slide, which needs a bit more explanation, so please give me a bit time. So this fake one has 2 inspirations, and I planned it for a while. As you may know, my friends and I play pen and paper together. One of my characters is a typical elf and his best friend is a human undercover agent. In one adventure, our whole group was transported to a fairy realm, and once we got back, everybody got a random body transformation. My characters lost 5 centimeters in height, I believe, while our undercover agent was partially transformed into an otter and grew otter fur on his arms. So we decided the animal representing him would be an otter. My character likes to do wood carving and gave him a small otter figurine at one point. Why am I telling you this story? Because I want to make a fake one that our pen and paper characters would use. The second inspiration. So another friend of mine likes otters a lot and he's gay. So my brainstorming friend suggested to make an otter fake one based on the gay flag. I said, you know that I'm planning to do an otter fake one for your character, right? I'm not gonna make 2. And the thing is, in our previous campaign, people made some comments about how our 2 characters act as if they were a couple, even if they're friends. Both of us are ROAs, as if we know how to play a romantic relationship, so yeah. Also, this is completely random, but do you know the series Untamed is a Chinese BL series, and there were a lot of situations with the main couple that were really similar to stuff that happened to our characters, to the point where we would call the characters from the series by the name of our pen and paper characters. So yeah, this relationship thing became a running joke, but I didn't want to give the character a flag if it's not fitting. So we decided to use the colors of the gay flag for the shiny version of the evolution. And here it is, Ottarine, a fusion of otter and figurine and marine. Since it is based on wood carvings, I gave it the grass type. Turned out really adorable, even if it may look a bit more like a beaver and not really like an otter. Anyways, let's give a look at the evolution. Otters are actually quite hard for me to draw, and I do not think that the end result reads clearly as one, but oh well. The design also didn't really look like a wood carved statue, so I added some texture overlay in the post process. That's why you didn't see it in the time lapse. For this design, I wanted to add a few more carved elements and some painted elements. There are a few deeper parts that slightly carve into the silhouette and some arrows pointing downwards to both indicate carvings and some fur. For the additional color, I went with green because it is partially a grass type. Its second typing is water, cause otters can be found in the water and, well, wood can be found there too, I guess, driftwood and stuff. In the Amazonian rainforest, there's a special species of otter called the giant otters. I used that as an inspiration for their habitat. These cute creatures can be found in the rainforest of the Jermanzburg region, which has not been named yet. Here it is, Carviant, a grass and water type. The name is a fusion of carving and giant. They like to swim in larger groups in the rivers of the Jermanzburg rainforest, since they are very social animals. So this was the last Fakemon for today. I hope you liked them. Please keep in mind that everybody just wants to exist without getting judged for literally just being who they are. It's not that hard to be kind and respectful. You also don't have to understand or relate to something like a sexual orientation or gender identity. Just respect that these people exist and not treat them badly because of the way they were born. That's the best way to go about it. Humanity is already messed up and we don't have to make society worse by being rude to each other. A little act of kindness can save someone's day, week and maybe even life. And an act of rudeness can ruin someone's day, week and destroy their self-esteem. With that being said, I hope everybody of you is being safe and you feel comfortable with yourself. I know that's unfortunately not the norm for all people in this world, but I truly hope one day everybody will be able to express themselves without having to fear for their safety. I'm trying to upload this video on the same day as me and a few friends are going to a Christopher Street Day as kind of in celebration for this day. Yeah. Happy Pride Month everybody, I hope you liked this video and see you in the comments.